Hey guys, my name is Ronnie, and on this channel we talk about life from my perspective. Today I want to tell you a story about how I got the best job that I never wanted. When I graduated high school, I was working in a grocery store. My job was the aisle with the sugar and the flour and cake mix and things like that. I kept that aisle up and I took groceries out, and I really had no other plans when I graduated high school. That was just what I was doing. There was nothing on the horizon, and I just planned to stay there for a while, and that's what I did. And then I had the opportunity to get a job at a local furniture factory. It was kind of close by. It was going to be a little bit more money, and I thought, hey, this would be something that I want to try. And we built couches, and my job was to put the wood trim on the front of the couch. And this was back in the early 90s, and having wood trim on the front of a couch was kind of in style. And I had a little nail gun, and I put the wood on the front of the couch, and I also helped to bag them up and sometimes help put them on the 18-wheelers that would ship them out. We did all this by hand. There was nothing that mechanical that helped us to move the furniture around. So it was a tough job, and there was very little heat or AC in that building, and it was just hot in the summer and cold in the winter. And I worked there for a while. I worked with a lot of great people, and it was a good job, and learned some things. But I just really wasn't happy, and I decided to move on and try to find something else. So I went to a local community college, and I got a 2-year degree in electronics technology. And I was able to get a job with a company that they used to build telephones, but home phones were kind of a thing of the past, as people were having cell phones now, and no one really had a phone in their home. So they had transitioned into the computer business, and the company was building backup power supplies for computers. So my job was, I worked with a line of ladies that they built the power supplies on a little assembly line. My job was to help them, and I also repaired the ones that came off the line and didn't work right, or the ones that were sent back. I would repair those and ship those back out. And it was a really good job. Made pretty decent money, and worked with some really great people again. I was learning a lot of things, but again, I just wasn't really super happy. I remember that we had a break room on the second floor, and I remember sitting up there and watching the cars go by on the road on a Saturday and thinking, there's got to be something more in life for me than this. But I just wasn't sure where I was headed. But after a while, some of my friends were going to senior college at Mississippi State University, and I decided to go and kind of check it out and see if there might be something I wanted to do. And I came upon school counseling, and it just kind of hit me, and I was like, maybe this is an opportunity for me to help someone growing up that's gone through some of the things I have, dealt with this social anxiety, and maybe I could help others. And growing up in the 80s, pretty much it was just suck it up, don't talk about it. Nobody wanted to hear about that kind of thing. And that's what I did. I just learned to deal with things on my own, and I thought maybe this is an opportunity for me to reach out and help others, to deal with things like this in a school setting. So I went to school, got my degree, and got my bachelor's degree in educational psychology and my master's in school counseling. Got my very first school counseling job, and it was a little tough at first. I got thrown into it, and I still had these issues myself, and all of a sudden I was having to get up in front of the faculty and speak, having to meet with parents, talking to groups of students, and it was hard, but it helped me to learn to deal with some of my issues. Just kind of forced me to get out of my shell and do things I just wasn't comfortable doing. And the more I did it, the more comfortable I became, and eventually an opportunity came along for me to move into the district office and run some programs for the district. And even though I'd gotten really comfortable in my school, I knew everyone there, knew their families, and getting up and talking in front of them was just nothing to me. But suddenly I was thrown in on a district level, where all of a sudden I had to go to schools where I didn't know people, speak in front of large faculty meetings for the entire staff. And again, it was tough. It was tough, but the more I did it, the more I became comfortable with it, and it just kind of really helped me to overcome a lot of these issues that I dealt with, and not completely. I mean, I still even deal with it a little bit today. There's a lot of times I just don't feel comfortable, but for the most part, I can handle it, you know. And, you know, the reason I'm saying that is because if you're out there and you're dealing with these kind of issues yourself, you know, if you're a young person or even if you're an adult, you know, you can get help. You know, talk to someone about it, or just learn to maybe put yourself out there in some situations that you're not really comfortable with. And the more you do it, the easier it's going to become. Now it's always going to be easy, and there'll be setbacks for sure, but you can learn to deal with it, and don't let it hold you back in life from doing the things that you really want to do. You know, I think that you can be successful if you put your mind to it and just work hard. And you know, I believe in you. I believe that you can do that. And you know, if you're someone out there that's going through something like this, and you'd be willing to share with me, you know, what are your thoughts on it? How have you dealt with these issues in the past, or what kind of things hold you back? I'd be really interested to hear about that. Also, if you got anything out of this video today, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. That would really help me out a lot. And until next time, catch you later.